Rachel Reeves, the Chancellor of the Exchequer. Oh, well, she's got a job on her hands, yeah. But she says that she's, well, stepped in and saved the steel industry in the United Kingdom, yeah. Now she says she's going to negotiate a deal with the United States. Well, I say to you, Rachel Reeves, you're wasting your time. Donald Trump will just renege on any deal. And besides, your red lines, well, they're not to their liking, no. See, Rachel Reeves has said that they want lower standards in the United Kingdom, including food standards, because we don't want your hormone-injected beef and we don't want your chlorine-washed chicken. Now, some idiots will say, well, why don't we just have it in and just mark it up and give people the choice? The problem is it will end up in, like minced beef and stuff like that, and Defenders pancakes. After all, we did have horse in it once, didn't we? You know how it goes. So anyway, that ain't going to wash down very well with the British people. Yes, you know, they don't want it. And also, the chlorine-washed chicken that is known to have E. coli in. Also, the rules regarding rat faeces. You're allowed a certain percentage of rat faeces in your food, apparently. Lovely. Anyway, so those red lines aren't going to wash with the United States. So she's wasting her time there. But also, the online safety rules. She's wasting her time there. If they are her red lines that they will not lower, okay, she's a little bit more light-hearted with that, but to lower the online safety rule regarding the Online Safety Act, well, that is a red line, quite frankly, and if you've watched that series, Adolescence in the UK, you would understand the problem of protecting our children from malicious people, such as the Andrew Tates and what have you. But also politically. You see, since Mark Zuckerberg, that feckin' idiot, has decided to make his little announcement and say he's no longer going to be having any online safety, it's going to be community notes or something, which doesn't work. Because somebody's going to have to watch it or read it or see it before they've actually read it. The community notes. That's a stupid idea. Bloody community notes. So, better than nothing, I suppose. So that is literally, that's gone to the pot. So there's no safety there. And they've just been fined by the EU. Meta and Google have just been fined, Apple and Meta have just been fined 800 million by the EU. For similar reasons. See, we need to be able to trade with Europe in the UK. We already trade with them a hell of a lot. We need to increase that trade or improve that trade or make it easier to trade. And if we've got foodstuffs in the country, plus we've got websites that pretty much don't, allowed to operate in the UK to the point that they're bleeding over into Europe, rest of Europe, well then, it's going to scupper our chances of negotiations to improve the trade deal, if it's even possible. If we lower our standards in line with the United States, we will cut ourselves off from other countries that have equally high standards. It's just plain and simple. I don't see how that's actually difficult. Why is that difficult to understand? So she's just wasting her time. She's going up there and she's basically going up there to try. To look like she's trying to do something. But like Kemi Badnock and other idiots, they couldn't do it. No. I couldn't do it because no one would agree to a shitty deal. And you have to ask yourself, what is the United States going to get out of it? Why would they want a deal with the United Kingdom? They know full well that we wouldn't buy much more, their GMCs and stuff like that, and Cadillacs and shit. No good for our roads. Why would we buy them? The little Jeeps and stuff like that, they're all right, but they're already there, so maybe we could buy more of them. But why would we at the moment when you're putting tariffs on us? Donald Trump and his feckin' tariffs are going to either cause inflation or be deflationary, depends. So to destroy our economy, but also you're destroying your own. The United States is going to be hardest hit. But, if it's inflation, it just means that you're going to be spending more money because everything's more expensive, because you're actually going to start... You're still buying, but at a higher price. That would be inflationary. But if these tariffs stop people from buying, which is quite frankly is what could happen, it could be deflationary. You might be able to balance that against something else, but we'll see. We'll see. You tell me what you think. Should the United Kingdom sign with a normal signature and a pen, right? Maybe a quill, I don't know, a trade deal with the United States, so Donald Trump can get his giant pen out and write his signature like a flicking 2-year-old. If 2-year-olds write their own signature, that is. Maybe a 4-year-old. Scribbles. Anyway, if you tell me, please leave it in the comments down below. And if you've got a Sport Channel, you can do it on Patreon or buy us a coffee. And you might feed a dog, 1 or 2. Hello. That's what. You think what's going on? Feels like a heartbeat. He's a lovely fella. Anyway, beat that like button, will you? Toodaloo.